guys, I filmed a what I eat in a day video yesterday, and I'm going to start editing that and get that posted. But I wanted to hop on here really quick and just talk about a couple of things before we jump into that. First off, I wanted to talk about the term clean or clean eating, or my definition of it. When I use that word in my thumbnails or in the titles of my videos, I am really just trying to make my videos a little bit more discoverable for somebody who might be looking for the kind of information that I'm putting out there. If somebody's out there thinking about, I'm working the Weight Watchers program and I really like it, but I really want to try to start to cut back on some of the processed things in my diet. I wonder if somebody else out there is doing that. What they're going to search for is WW clean eating, right? Or WW wholesome food, or WW whole foods, or something like that. What I try to do in the way that I'm eating now is just try to, as much as possible, eat foods and use foods in my recipes that don't have their own ingredient list. So I might have a recipe that has several ingredients, but the ingredients within that recipe are mostly just their own thing, the way that it occurs naturally, or something very, very simple with a simple ingredient list. That's my own personal definition. Now, am I perfect? No. In this video you're about to see, I talk about having a diet soda. That's something that I'm still, partaking of occasionally and trying to cut back on, but that I still allow myself to have. I'm not an expert in this field by any means. Secondly, these are changes that I have been making in my own nutrition and in my family's nutrition for almost a year now. It's really been a year since I started to examine what I was doing, what kinds of foods I was eating, how much I was eating, what my metabolism was doing, et cetera, et cetera. And I've been trying to kind of tweak my nutrition and the foods I'm using to nourish my body for almost a year. And it's been about 6 months since I really cracked down on it and started to make even more changes. So don't feel like it's something that you have to do overnight. Don't feel like you have to just go through your pantry and throw out a bunch of stuff. I mean, there's still stuff that I'm trying to use up that I'm just, not willing to throw out. And I might buy something different once that's gone, once that particular item or ingredient or product is gone. But I feel like it's okay if you're trying to make some of these changes to kind of pick and choose what's accessible to you right now. So don't feel like you have to just all of a sudden overhaul the way that you're eating, unless you want to. If you want to, that's your choice. You got to do you. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys before we jumped into the video. I just wanted to kind of give you my own personal definition of clean eating and what my sort of mindset is whenever I am trying to choose the foods that I'm eating and that I'm feeding my family. And I also just wanted to give you some encouragement and let you know that, you have to work this plan, how it's going to work for you. And if you want to start making some changes, you absolutely can. And you can make them just a few at a time. But if you like the way that you're working the plan, or you like the foods that you're eating and you notice that your body is responding to them and you're okay with the way your body's handling them, then that's great. That's up to you. So let's jump into it now. This is a what I eat in a day on the WW plan. Specifically, the purple plan is the one that I'm using right now. Thanks, guys. Hey, you guys. Good morning. Good morning. I am just on my way back from dropping the kids off at school, and I thought that I would just film a regular old what I eat in a day video on the WW plan. I'm working the purple plan. I put up a what I eat in a day video, about a week and a half ago, but it was like a splurge day video, which thank you for all the kind comments. I got lots of really great feedback on that, so I'll definitely do another one of those sometime. But I got to looking through my videos and realizing I haven't really filmed just a regular, what a weekday looks like for me on plan type what I eat in a day video in a while. So I thought I would do that today. And it's kind of maybe a little bit of a mental health day for me. I'm just a little bit beat. Not any good reason. I just think sometimes, I don't get quite enough sleep, or we're busy or stressed about something and it just catches up with me. Fortunately, I don't have a lot going on today and I can take some time to just catch my breath, probably do a little housework, some work on some editing and videos and stuff. I don't really need to get out of the house much. I do need to do a 3.5 mile jog, and I've got to take somebody to swim tonight. But besides that, nothing super pressing. And I know that I'm blessed, and I'm very grateful that I have this kind of margin in my life that I can take these days when I need them. But I thought I'd take you along with me and at least show you what I'm eating and just chat a little bit. And unfortunately, sorry, not sorry, I'm going to eat one of my favorite breakfasts, which you guys have seen a million times, and that is oatmeal. And I just make my oatmeal. I use about 1/3 of a cup of oats, about 2/3 of a cup of water, and cook that on the stove. And then I top it with some peanut butter, half a banana, some Lily's chocolate chips, and some pink salt. And it's just a really filling, satisfying breakfast, especially going for a run later on. I love that those carbs are going to help me out. So that's gonna be my breakfast. And then I'll try to come up with, you know, something different for lunch to show you guys. And I have no idea what we're doing for dinner. I need to figure that out. I'll check in a bit. I'm just sitting in my happy place in my chair by the fire. I've been doing a little work on my computer. I tidied up a little bit downstairs, and then I needed to do a little tidying up on my computer and my phone. I film everything for this channel on my phone, and then I pull the footage into iMovie, edit it, and upload it. So every month or so, I need to archive all my old videos from my computer onto an external hard drive because they'll take up too much space on my computer after a while. And then I need to go through my phone and like delete videos and pictures and thumbnail pictures and stuff like that because I just can't store all that stuff forever. I'm not super worried about archiving a bunch of raw footage. I just kind of store the videos themselves just in case, so all of my videos are backed up, but like not a lot of raw footage do I hold on to. I'm just not a professional YouTuber. But if you were thinking about starting a channel, I've done everything on my phone. I've purchased basically 2 pieces of equipment. One of them was a tripod for my phone, so when I film like a chatty video in my study or something, my phone can sit in that little tripod. And then the other one is a mount for my car, so I can film in my car, but that's it. Everything else has been on my phone. And until a couple months ago, I filmed on an iPhone 6, and now I have an iPhone 11. But that's actually one of the reasons why I have to clean out all of my videos faster than I used to and store stuff and archive old videos because the iPhone 11, the quality is so much better, so it takes up more space on my computer and in my phone. But anyhow, I've just been kind of doing some tidying up in the house, doing some digital tidy up, and now I think I'm gonna go try to whip something up for lunch. I'm trying to use some stuff up in the fridge that we have left over, and so I've got some pasta, I think, that I'm throwing together. And what I've done is just cooked some whole wheat pasta from Trader Joe's. I cooked that, I set it aside, and then in my pot here, I'm making a little cheese sauce, I hope. I just threw in just a little bit of Greek yogurt, a splash of milk, a couple tablespoons of nutritional yeast, which will be 1 point, and then a little bit of ranch seasoning and taco seasoning, which I actually make myself now. And I'm just kind of stirring that together on the stove. And then I will throw my pasta back in here, and I had just a little bit of pulled pork shoulder left over in the refrigerator, 1.5 ounces. That'll be 2 smart points. And then I had some sweet peppers that were already cooked. I just diced them up, and a little bit of black beans. And so I guess you could say this is kind of like a chili mac situation I've got going on. I don't know, we'll see. I hope it works out with the nutritional yeast. I'm still kind of playing around with that. I don't dislike it. I just don't know that it really adds as much flavor as I would like. So here it is all put together, you guys, and I've already tasted it, and it is pretty yummy. I'm counting 4 smart points for this. 1 for the milk, because I ended up using a little bit more than just a splash so that I could thin it out. 1 for the nutritional yeast, and then 2 for the 1.5 ounces of pulled pork shoulder. The beans and the veggies and the pasta are 0 for me. This is 4 smart points. Yes, it is kind of carby. I purposely wanted that because I'm going out on a training run here in an hour or 2, and I wanted to really fuel that and give myself some energy. So that's lunch today. Yummy. I just got back from a 3.5 mile training jog. I debated whether or not I should wear like pants or shorts. I'm so glad I went for the shorts because even though it's cloudy and in the upper 50s, it was sunny while I was out running and not very much wind. So it was pretty warm and it went well. I felt pretty good. So I was kind of like not wanting to get out and do it. But once I get going, I usually get, you know, pretty pumped and pretty revved pretty fast. So it went well. I feel good. It's about time to go over and pick up the kids. I am getting ready to have a snack, and this has been one of my favorites lately. I have 1/2 cup, which is about all I had left, of this Wallaby Organic Aussie Greek plain yogurt. I found this at Sprouts, although I saw it in Whole Foods a few days later, and it was actually cheaper there. I have noticed that Aldi is also carrying a whole milk plain Greek yogurt that's organic. And then I have some sliced strawberries. I put those in the bowl and let them kind of defrost for about half an hour or so. And then I top it with the yogurt, 1/2 cup, a few drops of stevia, and 1 smart point, which is about 10 grams of this granola. It's really, really good. And I like the texture of the frozen strawberries when they've thawed just a little bit, and kind of stir them into the yogurt. It's very cold and creamy and has some good protein, especially after my run. So this is something I have been enjoying a lot lately. Okay, you guys, confession time. I'm in the kitchen and I'm getting dinner ready for tonight. We're having Zuppa Toscana. And I am drinking a Diet Dr. Pepper, and not just any Diet Dr. Pepper. I poured it into my Sonic cup from yesterday. Yes, I had a Diet Cherry Lemonade yesterday. I poured it into that cup over ice, and I even added a little bit of one of these water flavoring packets. I almost never use these anymore. It used to be one of my favorite things to add one of these to like a Diet Coke or Diet Dr. Pepper. I only had about a third of one in here. I've been using a little bit of it occasionally to make like an electrolyte drink, where I just add like some salt and some potassium to some water and then pour a little bit of this in to flavor it. I just need to buy Gatorade, I know. But sometimes if somebody's sick, or if like after a long run or something, I've been making my own electrolyte drinks with those because I still have them. So that's what I have in here. And normally I would not drink one of these today because I just treated myself to a diet soda yesterday, and I've been trying to cut back. And I used to be a multiple diet soda a day drinker. I cut it down to one diet soda a day. In the last several months, it's been more like 2 or 3, maybe 4 a week. And the reason that I am doing that though is because I am feeling kind of stressed about something, and I am a stress eater. I immediately want to go snack on things. I want to raid the pantry. If I am out and about, I want to run into the grocery store and get something. I'm just a stress eater. So I thought about popping some popcorn, and then I thought, no, I don't think I should do that. We're really close to dinner. I should just get dinner ready. And while I'm doing that, I'll pour myself a diet soda and I'll kind of have a few sips of this and just relax and calm down a little bit. So it is what it is. I'm always telling you guys that I'm not perfect, and then I still struggle with some things. And, you know, there's a reason that I needed WW. And one of those reasons was because I was a stress eater. I let it get out of control and I gained weight. And so sometimes those habits are still in my life, and they're things that I need to learn to cope with. We are having Zuppa Toscana for dinner. I talked about this in my What's for Dinner video, which went up a few days ago. Or at least I think it will have gone up a few days ago. And my bowl is 4 Smart Points, and then I have just half an ounce of cheese for 2 Smart Points, so 6 all together. Hey you guys, it's the end of the night and everybody's going to bed but me, but I'm gonna stay up and probably watch some shows or some YouTube or something and just kind of unwind, and I'm gonna have a little snack. I'm gonna have a Baby Bell, probably, while my popcorn is popping. I have this little silicone air popper. I always talk about this. It's always linked in my Amazon store, which is in the description box. But you just put the popcorn kernels in it and pop it and pop the lid on it and put it in the microwave, and it makes really great popcorn. Plain air popped popcorn is 0 Smart Points on the purple plan, but it's not a bad choice on the blue or the green plans either. I think it's 1 Smart Point per cup of popped popcorn, or 1 Smart Point for every 13 grams. I think I looked that up the other day. So not a bad choice on those other plans either. And I have been playing around with making my own popcorn seasonings, and I'm gonna do a whole video on that. But I made this peanut butter one. It's made with peanut butter powder and powdered sugar, and it's only 1 Smart Point for a tablespoon. So that's probably what I'm gonna use on my popcorn. So it'll be 1 for the cheese and 1 for the popcorn for me. And I think that will bring my day to either 18 or 19 Smart Points. That includes the peanut butter on my oatmeal and the yogurt that I ate this afternoon as a snack that I normally would use Fit Points for, and I still am, but I did go ahead and set my tracker to go ahead and swap my Fit Points this week so I can track everything in my day. I'm just trying that out to see how that works. I'm sorry I did not do the thing I've been doing recently where I also flip my, tracker over to the end of the day and figure out how many it would have been on blue and how many points it would have been on green. But the things that I did not have to count on the purple plan that would have counted on those would have been the oatmeal at breakfast and the pasta mainly at lunch, and then the potatoes at dinner time. So I'm guessing my day would have been around 25, 26, 27 Smart Points on those other plans. And then maybe another couple of Smart Points for the popcorn that I'm gonna eat. But that's my day on WW Purple. So hopefully that gives you guys some ideas. And thanks for coming along with me, and I'll check in very soon with another video.